Shabam!
Shaboo!
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. She's Lindsay, I'm Matt. This is My Town Eats.
Yeah.
Tonight, we're bringing you one of the coolest historic Hollywood hangouts in Los Angeles.
That's right, guys. Tonight we are in West Hollywood, California at the Formosa Cafe. Right there.
Okay, guys, we're about ready to travel back in time to check this place out.
Like Marty McFly?
Kind of, no DeLorean though.
Ooh.
But before we do, if you guys wouldn't mind hitting the like and subscribe button below, we really
That's right,
appreciate it. It takes a second for you, but it means a world of difference for us here on the channel.
And thank you to everyone who has already liked, subscribed, and given us feedback.
Really appreciate you guys. Thank you very much, and we'll see you inside.
See you inside. So excited.
Okay, guys, we're inside the Formosa Cafe, and what a beautiful establishment this is. It's unbelievably breathtaking. If you're looking for a place that combines Hollywood with old Hollywood with some like Asian aesthetics, it feels like a movie set, to be honest with you. I'm literally sitting here at my table looking at the front end of a Pacific Electric red car that is also a dining area that was here since the early heydays of this restaurant. It's pretty amazing to me what they've done with this place. But the Formosa also has some dark secrets, and that's going to start with what's that?
Getting dark already.
Oh yeah,
it's excited.
It's dark. It's so dark. So dark.
Should we say what we ordered though to start to drink?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We should definitely hook up our drinks. To start off with, I ordered the Mai Tai, which you can see I almost plowed through already.
Why do you order Mai Tais?
Because I'm Mai Tai Matty. When I go to a tiki bar or any place that has tropical drinks, I order a Mai Tai or like a Singapore Sling or a Zombie, something that's absolutely steeped in tradition, just to kind of gauge their level of their bartenders. And by the way, this place is top notch. This is one of the good ones right here. And my wife Lindsay here got her usual drink.
I love tiki drinks. I really do.
Yeah.
I just needed not to have the sugar rush.
Yeah.
Right this second. So of course I just wanted the Chardonnay.
So like I said, the Formosa Cafe has tons of history, but it also has its dark secrets too. And that starts with its origin story. Nobody really knows how this place started. That's a funny thing. Yeah.
What do you mean? Like, who started it?
So that's the thing. There are many schools of thoughts on this, and there are many different stories passed down through, ex-employees and historians, et cetera, et cetera. But the two prevailing stories, one is from Wikipedia, and the other one is from a gentleman who wrote a book about this when they were redoing it in its current form. So we'll start off with the Wikipedia. So, according to the historian known as Wikipedia, this place was started by an ex-prize fighter named Jimmy Bernstein in 1925. Okay, and he basically, ended up getting injured in fighting, moved west, and started a cafe/diner in a Pacific Electric red car to kind of service the studio that we was next to, which is still here, by the way, just east of the United Artists studio lot.
Wait, was it just in the car?
Just in the car.
Nothing else around it?
Hold on.
Okay.
Eventually, they built the restaurant and bar to surround it. So this whole area was built onto the Pacific Electric red car that was already here serving food, so that he could open a bar and a restaurant.
Okay.
In 1945, Jimmy brought on Lem Kwan, and that name is legitimate. He was one of the owners here most recently, and he was the one that brought into the Asian-inspired theme to this place. He was a chef, and from what I understand, he brought the whole Chinese food cuisine to this restaurant. Jimmy Bernstein passed away in 1976, and Lem Kwan took over full ownership, became his business partner, took over full ownership, and he handed it off to his grandson after that, Vince Jung. So that's the Wikipedia history of this place. Kind of vanilla, kind of bland, not too interesting, right? Prize fighter, brought a guy in to be his business partner who also brought the Asian-inspired theme and cuisine, and then he died.
I'm not buying it.
Business partner took over, family owned, yada, yada, yada.
Okay.
But there's a more interesting
But wait, there's more.
much more plausible history to this place that I tend to believe is the real history. Story 2
Dose.
comes from Max Shapilov, and he wrote a book about the restoration and history of this restaurant, the Formosa Cafe. This story is based on the account of Lindy Bremerton, who was a former Formosa bartender and worked here for 48 years.
Oh.
Yeah, so this is their account of the history.
Okay.
And the history goes that the Formosa was originally a diner, opened as early as 1915. So that predates the Wikipedia story by 10 years.
Whoa.
So 1915. Sometime in the 1920s, it became the Red Post Cafe, which actually was legitimate. That actually existed. I have a picture of it I'm posting probably right now. And restaurateur Joe Levy, who owned a couple of steakhouses in the area, owned the Red Post Cafe at this location with this address. And it operated here for a number of years. It did a lot of studio work. A member of the studio is right adjacent, just east of here. And Hollywood was a booming town at that point. It was really building up.
Okay.
Early 20s and 30s for Hollywood is a big time deal. So this place was open, cranking out breakfast and lunch for all the locals.
In the diner car.
In the diner car. Well, no, the diner car didn't exist in this story. This was just a diner. So then in 1939, a guy named Maximilian Goldstein, or as anyone in Hollywood knew him as Max Goldie,
Okay.
because that's what you change your name to when your name is Goldstein, he bought the place to make way for a restaurant and cocktail bar with a dining car. That's what he wanted to do. When Goldie expanded the space, he attached a Pacific Electric red car to the venue and debuted it as the Formosa nightclub. So Maxie Goldie ran the Formosa for several years until about 1945. And there are two schools of thought on what happened next. Again, we're branching off. Either Goldie lost the Formosa to the brother of a prize fighter named Jimmy Bernstein, remember that name?
Okay.
In a poker game. Or Maxie Goldie was found shot to death on Santa Monica Boulevard. And the restaurant was sold to a bookie named Jimmy Goldstein, who was not the prize fighter, just had the same name.
What?
And he bought the Formosa and brought in Lem Kwan, who we've heard his name before, to be the head chef. He took over operations, and eventually Lem became his business partner. And that was the next phase for the restaurant. I tend to believe the second version.
But what makes you believe that? Why is Wikipedia wrong?
Well, like I said, no one really knows. So I think Wikipedia is written by people. It's not a factual account. Anybody can alter Wikipedia's facts. So whatever origin story you choose to believe, you have to admit that only Hollywood could have come up with an origin story like this.
So, how is it? Spicy?
Not crazy spicy.
What is this the one that you? This is the one you ordered?
Yeah, this is the chili oil dumplings,
Oh, okay.
and they're very good, very very good.
They used to be spicy for me.
It might be a little spicy for you, not crazy spicy. I mean, it won't ruin your night. You should definitely try it.
I just want to do like a little bit of it though. That's a lot.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so go ahead. Where are we at with the history?
Okay. In 1991, the famous restaurant was scheduled for demolition.
Wow. When?
91.
91.
The studio, now named The Lot, wanted to renovate and basically build a parking structure here for their studio. But thanks to the efforts of a bunch of concerted citizens, the Formosa was given landmark status.
Wow.
And saved. So thanks to them, rallying for this place, it was made a landmark, a city landmark, and they were no longer able to demolish it.
So what that means, just for those out there that don't know what that means, if you are considered a landmark or a historic landmark, that means that no one can demolish you.
Right. That no one can. It has to be kept preserved and kept going for the betterment of the city, which is kind of cool.
You did not say, though, why you think the second version is the truth.
It just sounds more plausible. I mean, to me, the fact that, it was opened as a diner and kind of evolved to the next stage and evolved to the next stage. Very, very rarely is a restaurant just set up and it goes, So this place started as a diner, ended up as a larger cafe, the Red Post, and then was bought out and transformed into by Max Goldstein or Max Goldie, and it became a real Hollywood hangout. He wanted to make a lounge and a nightclub, and that's exactly what he did. And you can tell this place is that. By the way, we got this crab rangoon.
Oh, this is insane, by the way. Oh, I've already done it. I've done yeah.
So it's literally these little rice puffs.
Very light, puffy. Didn't understand these until I dipped them in the crab rangoon, and it really is like eating.
Yeah, it's like if you ever had a crab rangoon, it's like the inside.
Yep, this is the inside of the crab rangoon, and then this is like that nice soft shell of it.
Yeah, it's very, very good. Very light, like you said. In 2017, the Formosa was sold again.
Whoa.
Yeah. I mean, it got through the 80s. It limped through the 80s. It limped through the 90s, as you know. Was given landmark status, but it was never really right. It didn't have its original charm.
But is it serving Asian food?
Yeah, always. Not since Lem Quan came on, it was basically a Chinese food place with a nightclub. So in 2017, the restaurant was sold again to the 1933 group, which you've heard on this channel before. They're the ones that brought us Tail of the Pup most recently, which we've been to. Idle Hour. Yep. Highland Park Bowl and Formosa, obviously, among a few others. And they shut the place down for renovations in 2017 and didn't reopen again until June of 2019. Just in time for COVID. This place kind of lived through COVID. They did okay. And then as COVID sort of eased up, inside dining was more relaxed. This place has been booming ever since, as you can see. Hey, Linz.
Yeah?
Do you like fun facts?
I do.
I happen to have some fun facts on me. What a coincidence.
What a quickity.
So it's no secret, because we don't keep secrets here, that the Formosa has been popular with Hollywood celebrities and insiders since its opening, since the heyday. As you can see, and I'm probably going to post a video here, this place is covered. All the walls are covered in headshots.
Did they hear when Brian mentioned about Elvis?
Elvis had a table over here that has a bunch of Elvis statues that he would bring in. And our server told us that one time he forgot to tip a waitress here, and he showed up the next day and gave her a pink Cadillac.
Whoa.
Not a bad gig. Not a bad night for a waitress. But yeah, this place was a hot spot for celebrities, Hollywood insiders, people like Clark Gable, Ava Gardner, Howard Hughes, Humphrey Bogart, Frank Sinatra, just to name a few. But just like its origin story, this place also has a dark side to it.
Whoa!
And a very infamous clientele. So Mickey Cohen, famed gangster Mickey Cohen from the Hollywood, 1930s and 40s, he used the back room here at the Formosa Cafe to run his bookkeeping operation.
Shut up.
Yep. And also, famed gangster Bugsy Siegel used to run his bookkeeping out of this place too. As a matter of fact, he had his own table right up front, and he had a floor safe installed underneath his table so that his men could do their drops. They would collect money from whoever owed him, bring the cash here while he ate, and he would put it in his floor safe. And that was hidden under the floor for 54 years until they started doing the renovations and they found the safe.
No way.
So now when you sit there, there's a piece of clear, thick plexiglass that covers it.
Can you show that?
Yeah, I'm gonna video it here. I'll show it right now. Okay, guys. So we ordered walnut shrimp and sticky short rib sesame noodles, which are two of their well-known dishes here. The walnut shrimp, it looks amazing. Of course, it's got walnuts and stuff. Comes with white rice, and it is pretty unbelievably looking. Let's give it a shot, shall we? Oh, yeah.
All right, let's try
it. Very good. Not as sweet as I've had in the past.
Salty.
Had more of a salt.
They did say this was family style.
Yep. But clearly they've never seen our family. You can see there's some sticky short rib on top, some sesame noodles.
Can you tell them what it is?
Yeah, it's the sticky short rib sesame noodles.
Has a little bit of heat to it?
Nope, it shouldn't have any heat.
You sure?
Yep. Should be almost like a lo mein.
Look at that.
Oh man, is that good? That has like a ginger flavor to it. It's not spicy. I think it's very well done. Yeah, I mean the meat is braised, so it's broken down over time. So it's definitely probably got like a marinade or a spice to it. I mean, so as you can probably guess, being in the center of Hollywood and being close to the studios and also having a place that looks as it would have in the time it was built, this place is used in a few films and television shows. Most notably,
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
not Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
What?
I think the outside was used. I think they did a drive-by for the sign or whatever, but it was in LA Confidential.
Yeah.
A scene where they thought they were talking to a prostitute who looked like Lana Turner. It ended up being Lana Turner.
Get away from our table.
Shut up. A hooker cut to look like Lana Turner is still a hooker.
Hey!
She just looks like Lana Turner.
She is Lana Turner.
What?
She is Lana Turner.
Oh, yeah. I remember
I'm posting that right now. It was also used in Jim Carrey's The Majestic.
I can't take this constant nagging. I'm leaving you, Jerry. I'm leaving, and I'm taking the monkey with me.
This place doubled for a tiki bar in his hometown. Real small scene. And it was also in the movie Swingers, which you know that we were at the Dresden. And the last fun fact is the floor in here. There's a
The safe?
it's a terrazzo floor that they poured. All these little cement floor panels is the same cement and done by the same people who do the Hollywood Walk of Fame. You know, the little stars with people with their names in it. So it's a gray sidewalk with a gray terrazzo sidewalk with a pink terrazzo star.
Yeah.
And these floors are poured up by the same people that do that.
It's crazy.
So they actually brought a little piece of Hollywood Boulevard into the restaurant.
We're going to talk about price. Lindsay's cost corner.
That's right.
Right now. So we do want to mention The sticky short rib sesame noodles are $30 for this plate. I do think this is a plate that is big enough for 2 people to share.
Yeah, I do too.
Yep. The walnut shrimp, this guy right here that you can see, this is $28.
What about the appetizers?
Oh, crab rangoon, that's right, because the crab rangoon, which you guys, I could just come here, obviously, and just eat that with a drink or two. That crab rangoon appetizer was $26. And then Matt got the chili wontons, which were $16. So we are already well on our way to a $200 bill.
That's the Hollywood way.
Yeah. So, but honestly, like, we're not gonna come out and film and not show you like a variety of options.
I think it suffices to say, though, you can come here, get an appetizer and a couple drinks, and walk out, for around the $50 to $70 mark with tip.
Depending on the drink, yeah.
Yeah. And so don't feel like you have to come here for a full meal.
And it is family style. Again, we do want to mention that this is considered family style. So multiple people are supposed to be enjoying these two. And I do think that the portions are generous.
Very.
Yeah.
Very, very. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and finish our meal here. And we'll catch back up with you guys outside. Okay, guys. Well, that about wraps it up for us here at the Formosa Cafe. What'd you think?
I thought it was delicious. Lots of good stuff here, guys. The history is really cool. I would love for you to sound off in the comments below about how did the Formosa Cafe begin?
Yeah, do you think it was the Wikipedia version or the historian version? Let us know.
But guess what?
What do you got there?
I think it's time.
Is that a fortune cookie?
It is.
What's it say?
Okay, here we go. It says, it's time for the Sasquatch scale.
Yeah. Okay, guys, let's get real now.
You're not gonna like this, Formosa.
Friends, unfortunately, I'm going to have to give this one 2
What?
Sasquatches. And that's only because the tables move, and there are seating options in the back that we didn't get to. But if you want to sit in the historic spots, like the front or the Pacific Electric red car, dining car area, there are old school booths, and they are tight.
Okay, guys, our stomachs are full.
Yeah.
Our fortunes have been read.
That's true.
You know the Sasquatch scale. So for us, it's time to pack our bags and go home. But
before we do, please make sure that you like and subscribe below. Like I said earlier, it only takes a second for you, but it helps us immensely with the channel and with bringing you cool spots like this week to week.
That's right, guys. And we're so appreciative of all of the likes and subscribing that you have already done.
Like we said inside when we were talking about prices, that you can probably get away with just coming here for drinks and appies and walk away
100%
for less than $70 a person. It probably seems a little pricey, but in today's day and age, that's actually not that bad. All right, guys, that does it for us here.
We had a really good time
at Formosa. We sure did. And we'll see you guys next time here on the channel. Until then, stay hungry. See you guys.